Welcome to the deep dive.
Oh.
So we got this suggestion. Osho's the mustard seed. And before anyone pictures us meditating in robes,
Yeah, probably not.
no, think of this more like a really interesting kind of non-religious look at what Jesus might actually have been trying to say. Forget the usual church stuff for a minute.
Exactly. Osho basically takes these, familiar teachings, these stories, and sort of peels back centuries of interpretation, maybe, to find what he sees as universal spiritual truths underneath.
And the title itself, the mustard seed, it's a great hook, isn't it? This tiny, tiny seed.
But with the potential for this massive tree, right?
And Osho's point is that's us. That potential is inside each person. So our mission today, let's dig into his take, see what practical stuff we can pull out for, personal growth.
Okay, so first up, Osho really looks at how traditional religion sometimes builds these elaborate structures, almost,
Yeah,
around what might have been a very simple core message.
right. Like getting lost in the rules and rituals.
Yeah, maybe. He tries to cut through that, get back to the source. He sees Jesus less as like the founder of a religion and more as a radical guide.
A guide pointing you inwards to your own spiritual spark. Like you don't need permission from some institution.
Precisely. It's about individual awakening.
Mm.
And then there's his perspective on love.
Yeah.
Well, it's huge. Forget Valentine's Day cards.
Huh. Okay, so not just mushy feelings.
No, Osho talks about it as a fundamental state of being, almost like gravity or the air we breathe. It's just there, this deep acceptance.
Whoa, so like unconditional acceptance, even for, I don't know, the guy who takes your parking spot. That sounds hard.
It is. It's really challenging.
Yeah.
But Osho suggests that this kind of radical acceptance, this compassion, it dissolves the barriers we put up. It's actually a path to self-realization, seeing yourself in everyone.
Okay. And forgiveness fits in here too,
Yeah.
right? But his take is different. It's not about letting the other person off the hook necessarily.
Not primarily, no. It's more about freeing yourself, letting go of that, corrosive resentment that just eats away at you.
Like decluttering your own mind, getting rid of the toxic stuff you're holding on to.
Exactly that. And nonviolence, for Osho, it's not just, don't punch someone. It goes deeper.
Inner nonviolence.
Yeah. Quieting that internal battle, the anger, the jealousy, the judgment, all that inner turmoil. Find peace inside first.
Makes sense. Inner peace leads to outer peace. Okay, what about surrender? That word always sounds a bit passive, like giving up.
Yeah, it can sound that way. But Osho frames it differently. It's about surrendering the ego, that part of us that always wants to control everything, the micromanaging part.
Okay. Letting go of the need to constantly steer the ship.
Sort of, yeah. Think about how much energy we waste trying to force things, trying to fit life into our little boxes. Osho suggests that by surrendering, by trusting the flow of life, we actually connect with something much, much bigger, a kind of grace.
Interesting. Less forcing, more flowing. And then the crucifixion. This is where Osho really departs from traditional views, doesn't he?
Big time. He doesn't see it as a sacrifice for humanity's sins in the conventional sense.
So, not a payment.
No, more like the ultimate act of letting go, a symbolic transcendence, the spirit, the consciousness, breaking free from the limitations of the physical body.
So it's about liberation, like the ultimate surrender leading to freedom.
That's his interpretation, yes. A powerful symbol of moving beyond the physical into a higher state of being, an act of spiritual freedom, not just a historical execution.
Wow. Okay, so wrapping this up, Osho's The Mustard Seed gives us this, alternative lens on Jesus' teachings. It's non-religious, focus inward.
Yeah, the key themes are really that inner potential of the mustard seed idea. Then there's that radical love as a state of being.
Right, and forgiveness for your own freedom, not just the other person's, quieting the inner violence.
And surrendering the ego's grip to find a deeper flow, and seeing even the crucifixion symbolically as ultimate liberation.
It really puts the focus back on your own journey, doesn't it? The inner work.
Absolutely. Less about external rules, more about internal transformation.
So here's something to chew on. What about your mustard seed? What potential is just sitting there waiting? And what might happen? What could possibly, blossom if you consciously tried to loosen the ego's grip just a little bit?
Yeah.
Let go of needing to control everything. Just a thought. Thanks for diving deep with us.